I think one of the reasons why we chose the theme of state of innovation and why we felt it was really important for children, school children, students to learn about this is because at this point in the history of our country, we have been moving increasingly towards teaching STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, and that's really an admirable thing, and we need to know that. But we also need to understand the humanities as well. So there have been a number of people throughout time that have been innovators in a lot of different ways than we might typically think. Ray Anderson is one of those remarkable people. He was a great entrepreneur that he had developed a carpet industry in Georgia. Ray Anderson was a pioneer in the sustainability movement. That he had an epiphany about 20 years ago that he was destroying the world by pollution, that the carpet industry is one of the dirtiest, so to speak, in terms of the amount of pollution that's out there and what it was doing to the environment. And so Ray set out, he said, I had a spear to the chest moment. He said, I suddenly realized that I needed to do something in order to make the world a better place, that I needed to clean up the pollution that was coming out of my industry. But what he set out to do was to show that you can be green, that you can be environmentally conscious, and make money at the same time, that those are not mutually exclusive concepts. That in 50, 100 years from now, that was going to be the standard. We wouldn't even think about doing it any other way. In the collection are the papers of a remarkable person. What you find are the typical sort of business records that you would find from someone who started a company and who was successful in that. So you're going to have correspondence, you're going to have business records, you're going to have minutes, you're going to have a variety of photographs. I think it will be a rich collection for historians, an incredibly valuable historical record for historians in the future, looking back to understand how, at that point in 100 years from now, how did the world get to that point? How was the sustainability movement successful? And I think historians will look back and say, who started all this? And Ray Anderson will stand out as one of those pioneers, not just in Georgia, but across the world.